Namaskar everyone. So today we are going to start with our new chapter, winds, storms and cyclones. All these three terms you must have come across in your daily life. You must have heard and experienced them. Yes? When these winds they assume a high speed accompanied by lots of thunderstorms, they can give rise to natural disasters like cyclones, floods. So in this chapter we will be learning in detail what are the causes of formation of cyclones, tornadoes and what disasters they can produce and what are the precautions in each of these disasters we need to keep them care. So before starting with these natural disasters, first let's understand about the concept of air. How air pressure works in creating these natural disasters or natural phenomena. So as you all know, air is present all around us. It takes up space, it has weight, it exerts pressure. Even the atmospheric pressure present around us is exerting an pressure on our body. But our body fluids, they also exert an equivalent pressure in opposite direction. That is why we don't feel them. Air can be compressed. Next is air pressure. What is air pressure? Air pressure is the force exerted on you by the weight of tiny particles of air. Though the particles they are invisible, but still they have weight. We are under high pressure, but as I told you just now, we don't realize it because we are used to it. Like similarly, if I give you an example, when we fill a balloon with air or a ball with air, air starts filling in the balloon and the balloon starts expanding. Now if you press the balloon from the sides, you can feel the pressure of the air. Air exerts pressure in all the directions. It can be demonstrated with the help of this small activity. What they have done, they have taken a metallic can. In this, a small amount of water has been kept and put on heat. Now once the water starts boiling, the steam starts creating in it and then the lid is closed. Now after removing from that heat this hot metal can, we need to handle it carefully. This is kept under running cold water. So you can see in the picture the can is got crushed. Why this has happened? Because when we were heating the can, the steam developed and it filled the entire can, pushing out the air out of the can. Now when we closed the lid and poured the cold water, the steam which was present there, it condensed, creating a partial vacuum there, or you can say a low pressure area. But outside air from the atmosphere is exerting its pressure. So that is how the can got crushed. It is actually due to the difference in the air pressure outside and inside the can, which led to the crushing of the can. Here one more thing you can understand it. In newspapers we come across the news when we have thunderstorms that the roof of the huts it blew off. Even the tin shades of the warehouses they blow off. Happens. You can see in this picture it is shown there when the high speed winds they create a low pressure area. Whenever winds move from a at a high speed, it creates a low pressure area. So a low pressure area is developed at the top of the roof. But in the surrounding areas, we have the high pressure region, which is strong enough to lift up the roof and blow it off. So we can conclude that high speed wind always creates a low pressure area. Next property of air, air expands on heating. Yes, heated air expands. This is shown here with the help of a glass bottle with a small mouth. They have covered this mouth with a balloon which is deflated. Now if we keep this setup in hot water, in a pan of hot water, what will happen? The heat will be transferred to the bottle and the air inside the bottle will get heated. Air molecules, as you all know, they are very loosely packed. They will start expanding, they will start moving away. So they will start filling this balloon and the balloon will get inflated. So we can conclude that heated air expands. Hot air rises up. This is another property. Yes, that is why hot air balloon they start moving up. This is again shown here with the help of an activity. They have taken two paper bags, closed them properly, filled with air, and then they have closed the ends. and tied with threads at equidistances. Now, one of the paper bag, below it they have kept a candle so that the air around it will become hotter and it will become lighter. So it will start moving up, which will lead to the lifting up of one of the paper bags under which we have kept the candle. So we can conclude again here that hot air rises up. Now we have one more device I would like to mention here. Like I told you, the different properties of air. So whenever the air will turn hotter, it will turn lighter, it will start moving up. So when the air starts moving and it moves with the speed, it leads to the formation of winds. So moving air is called as wind. Winds we all have experienced. So how to measure this wind? Anemometer is a device which is used for measuring the wind speed. And wind vane is a device which is used to the direction of the wind. So in today's session, we have learned different properties of air, that air exerts pressure in all the directions. High speed wind creates a low pressure area. Then we have understood that air expands on heating and it gets lighter. And on getting lighter, it starts moving up. So in the next video, we'll continue with this chapter.